I was saying, we have two citizens of the world. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter which country you are representing. You are citizens of the world. You are people who love the world and who love putting people together with music. And this is what I really like about you. So, let's start with you, Slavko. You did Eurovision once.
Yeah.
So you'll be the first one to speak. You are a veteran. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to when you were asked to represent your country at Eurovision. What were your feelings?
It was really amazing. First of all, hello everybody.
Hello.
It is my pleasure to be here, really. Sono molto felice di essere qui. Davvero. Yeah. It was incredible. It was, when I was announced as a representative of Montenegro, it was at the end of December in 2016. And everybody knows that for years I was speaking that I really would love to represent Montenegro because I have so many things to offer. And when they announced me, I was in Belgrade. And I was at the same place where 2 months ago, before, they called me and I was like awarded in a big festival, because I'm an actor, I'm a professional actor. And I got first award at a festival in Montenegro. And after 2 months, at the same place, in the apartment of my friend, I was announced as a representative. And I really love Belgrade, because in Belgrade there is so many things that happened to me, and also when I realized that I was a representative for Montenegro. I was emotional. These days I'm in a big project in Montenegro. But last year I released my book, which is called My Truth, La Mia Verità, where I described Eurovision project and everything I was going through the 6 months of preparations. And at the beginning of my book, I'm writing and I wrote about my feelings, how I really felt when they announced me. And the most important thing for me during Eurovision is, and I was really open about that. For me, it was not about finals, it was not about points. For me, it was what I will deliver that night and what will happen after. And I'm so happy that almost 3 years after Eurovision, I am still in the game. But straight after Eurovision, I went straight to UK X Factor in the production of Simon Cowell. In the Balkan, nobody could do that. My mentor was Nicole Scherzinger, and I really went far away, and we went to South Africa, and that happened there, so many beautiful things. And so many things happened after Eurovision. Yeah.
Yes, things do happen after Eurovision. Serhat, let's go back to the first time you were asked to represent San Marino. Same question for you. What were your thoughts and your feelings?
This was not an ordinary case, especially for San Marino to represent San Marino as a Turkish artist. At the beginning it was like a joke, because Turkey was not participating in the contest for many years, and in the meantime I had my international career, so before Eurovision, of course. So as I got the information in 2016, it was really surprising. I thought, I know Eurovision very well, but should I do that or not? But it was a big honor, because you are representing a different country, and this is a big responsibility in your life. So you have to be very careful with all your steps you will do during the contest, before, after, whatever, because it's the honor of a country. I mean, if you have the flag of the country, and it's a huge responsibility. On the other hand, Turkey was not participating, and there's a second responsibility as a Turkish artist, so as if I am representing 2 countries at the same time. And I believe in 2016 it started that way, and in Stockholm I think I did it well. It's of course you are learning a lot if you are there. It's not the same. The reality which is facing you on location. Whatever you see from outside of Eurovision, even for many years, and whatever you live there in real, it's not the same. And this is a good experience for an artist. I think you can learn a lot of this experience for your future career.
So, as you can see, Eurovision is a great experience, and it is also one further step for the future career, as Serhat said and as Slavko said. It is quite peculiar that the first time that Serbia and Montenegro participated as two different countries, Serbia won.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, oh my God, this is incredible. But you're friends with Maria Sherifovic. Did she give you some advice before you went to Eurovision or something like that?
No, because our story was like 12 years ago. And when that story finished, we finished our relationship in every case, in every sense. So because she is very, while we were together, I really advised her, but it was like 12 years ago, because she's double Scorpion.
Oh.
Zodiac sign, and she's crazy. She's crazy because you know what? She won Eurovision, and she's such a great talent. But the problem with Maria is that her personality is like she does everything in the moment she wants to do. But you know, in this business, you need to count to 10 in every moment, especially in the dangerous, not very comfortable situations. Mm-hmm. And because of that, I think that she was like a piece of art that after Eurovision, she could make a career like maybe Celine Dion. Exactly like she is, that kind of person, But, in this business, you have to have so many things, so many levels to sustain, to be strong, as I said, to count to 10. But she's like deeply very kind and very gentle in the relationships. But her career in the Balkan, and she chose to be like in that. Now she's like more turbo folk music,
Uh-huh.
She is pop singer, but now her songs are more turbo folk.
Oh,
yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. That's interesting. We will look for her songs on YouTube because it's interesting to know about your music. Unfortunately, in Italy we do not get a lot of Balkan music or Turkish music. We have to go and look for it, which is a shame, I think. It's really a pity. Serhat, second time to Eurovision. Just one word, why? It's not so easy.
No, it's actually, once I said my mission was not completed. That's why. First of all, the first time was a good experience. You are learning a lot. It was not my goal to be there again, very honestly, because it's very tiring and you have to make a stop with all your career. Actually, this is a 6 months minimum you have to give only to Eurovision. It's very tiring and you have to cancel a lot of things of your life, private life, business life, whatever, everything. It's really a big dedication to Eurovision. But the second time, as I got the telephone call from San Marino, what I said actually, okay, I was in Cologne. You know the story. Maybe I told it to you maybe several times in Tel Aviv. But I was in Cologne, and outside it was a Sunday, and Marco was calling me. And what do you say? And I said, okay, no. I said, if there's a good song, let's do it, but then find a good song, because without a good song, there's no Eurovision for me. And after this telephone call, I wrote the song in 5 minutes. Nobody says it's really 5 minutes. I totally believe writing songs is a kind of inspiration. You have it or you don't have it. I mean, I don't believe if I sit at a table and start, let's write a song. This is for me impossible. All the songs I wrote yet are maximum 5 minutes. I do it. I record it. Of course, you are working on it. So anyway, after this 5 minutes, I called back him and said, you don't need to search any song. I have a good song, and that's a very good concept actually. And Say Na Na Na, this was the birth of Say Na 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 in Cologne, on the streets of Cologne in Germany. And yes, one more thing, I wanted to show, because my career was developing in between for sure. It's not depending on Eurovision, because Eurovision is a part of the career. Eurovision can be a tool of your career. Eurovision cannot be the target of your career, because it's a very, very small part of music, global music industry. But for the second time to be there is another big honor, first of all, to be chosen, because I was not in the final. I mean, it was not a huge success after 2016. I had success after that with American Billboard charts with the same song, but maybe it was too early for the Eurovision audience to vote for it in 2016. But anyway, so that's why it's a big honor to being chosen by the same country. It shows the respect to each other, to trust. They trust in me as an artist, and a second, of course, challenge of my life, of my music career. And this time I wanted to be with my own song as lyricist, as a composer, and as interpreter. So that's why I said yes, and I'm very glad that I said yes, and I made Say Na 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 for Eurovision.
And that brought you luck, because it was the second time San Marino went to the final.
Yeah.
So it's really great. Let's talk about your acting career, because you are an actor, you are a performer. How did you start with your acting career? Tell us about a bit.
When I finished Drama Academy, because I enrolled Drama Academy in Montenegro in 2004, and after 2 years I got my first role in the theater while I was still student. And in 2007 I got the first role in National Theatre of Montenegro. And it was really interesting because I got the role of opera singer, like transgendered person. And it was a big challenge for me because, you know, first role I was like beginner and I had no so many experience. But honestly, I did so well that role that after premiere and so many like plays, they invited me to be a permanent member of Montenegro National Theatre, and it's still for like 12 years. I did over 30 roles in theaters, yeah. And 1 month ago in Nikšić, Nikšić is second big town in Montenegro, we had a beautiful premiere of a huge comedy, and it was really a big experience. And these days of course, Eurovision, as Serhat said, is like not like the big game, but like a beautiful platform for your career. And also after UK X Factor, which is like a big platform. These days I'm in a big preparation because for 10 days I will be like premiere my big project, My Truth, yes. It will be, now I will discover 2 new singles. It will be like a big show, big production, which is supported of Ministry of Culture of Montenegro and Hotel Ramada, where this project will happen. I did a great video production and I also shooted 2 videos for new singles. Dancers, so many, all the main things from my book, like beautiful monologues, and everything I wrote there, and everything true artist is going during 1 decade of career. So I'm very emotional, and when I came back tomorrow to Montenegro, every day is like a final preparations, because in that project, in the big conference room, I will have 2 stages, a huge production, lighting, costumes, dancers. You know, everything is like 1 hour, the show will be for 1 hour, but I'm in that way perfectionist that every second need to be directed. So I'm very emotional because with that project, for sure, I will be traveling around the world, and there is so many, like for Rotterdam next year, there's so many calls. So I think that many of you will be like, have opportunity to see it in the Rotterdam, in some of the theater, yes, yes.
Good.
And I have a call also again from Australia, because after Eurovision I traveled Australia, America, so many European countries, and I'm very happy that that project, so many also Eurovision fans will be like, they have opportunity to see it next year.
That's great. We will be in Rotterdam, so we have the time to see it.
Yeah, thank you.
You are not only a singer too. You have a career as a TV presenter, and well, tell us about it.
First of all, to be a successful presenter or a singer, you have to study dentistry. This is the start of my life. If anyone has problems in this hotel with the teeth, they can come to my room. I have with me. Free of charge. It's expensive in Italy, I know. So.
With a discount.
Exactly. Eurovision discount. Anyway, so as I was making my specialization in Germany, as the dentist, I started with television. So then with my company, I established a company in Istanbul, so I started to represent different formats from different companies from USA or from Europe. And my first TV show was Jeopardy, the quiz show, American quiz show. I was there as presenter and producer as well. I made 1,000 episodes. It was one of the most successful quiz shows in the Turkish television history. So I started to sing a little bit late after my the TV career. You cannot stop it, but I did some other shows. I produced some other shows. I was not always as presenter in the shows. But with the singing, yes, I think in television you have to stay local because you have to speak in your own language. So you can't be that international as far as you are not a drama artist. You are not an actor or actress because they can get the serious, so you can be international this way. But music is without borders. So and Indian language actually. So my target was to make an international music career. So as I started, and I was very lucky because I found the right way with my first single, which I made with a duet with Victor Laszlo. She was the presenter in 1987, I think, in Brussels.
In Brussels.
That's right, yeah. And with Victor, we made the first single, Total Disguise, and it became not in Turkey in the first moment. Greece was the country which discovered the song and promoted the song to the entire world. So it became so popular in many countries. So this was the start of my real music career, international music career. And after that, I cooperated a lot. I have a special connection to Greece, to be honest. So Greece supported me a lot in my music career in the beginning, and still actually. They are, I know they were very happy when I get points from somewhere, when I represent San Marino. They are celebrating it as if I'm from Greece. It's so lovely, so lovely. And then I found my way. Yeah, so which direction, which markets. So I'm working with an international team. I have a German record company. I have an Italian manager. It's one of you, so who introduced me to all of you. And in France, I have another, my choreographer, stylist, dancers. I have a huge show. Maybe I couldn't bring it, so I need a big stage for this, because if I appear with 25 dancers and with all choreographies, you can't appear everywhere all the time. So it's a very international team. And I'm very glad that it was something I was dreaming of, and with the also results. First, to be in the dance charts in Germany, I became 6 weeks long #1. In the United Kingdom, dance charts #2. Dance charts are chosen by DJs. This is not the selling charts, but it's even more difficult, I think, because the DJs are very selective and not easy to convince. And then the Billboard, the USA Billboard dance charts, we became with I did in Note 25, and I think this all are the proof that I am on a good way.
Slavko, what is your long hair?
In Montenegro.
In Montenegro.
In my room.
Oh, I see.
On a special place.
Okay. How much do you think the staging, the dresses, hairdressing, so is important in a performance?
I think it's really important. I also openly spoke about my Eurovision 2017 because everybody's asking about the parade, about the dress. When I realized that Montenegro does not have budget for like huge staging and everything we wanted to create, I was like, okay, you are an actor and you are a performer, so you need to create something that will be, because you are alone on the stage, alone with videos and lighting, and you by your own energy, you need to create something which will be very delivering and that people will concentrate on your artistic human being. So I was very happy because I was always inspired by samurais, and braid for me is, because I'm really a spiritual person and I believe that braid is like a symbol of DNA, symbol of power, and I really improved that braid that I made with that prop. For me is like a prop. A huge success. Everybody was talking about the braid. So many gifts, like a helicopter, so many amazing. Which I'm like, I adore that jokes, and I adore because that improved that I really made a great thing that year.
It's true. And Serhat, what is your hat? Because everybody was saying Serhat. Same question. How much the staging and the dress is important?
I'm glad that you didn't ask about my hairdress like you did by Slavko. So it takes so much time by me, as you can imagine, with my hair. Maybe you don't see it today, it's curly. No, for me it's always important this image on stage, but the image should be your image. I mean, you cannot act. I mean, I'm not an actor, first of all. I have to be myself all the time. And even my wardrobe should reflect my character, who I am. So that's why the head is always there, heads in my shows, but in 2016 it was part of the whole subject of all the concept. And in my shows I am changing mostly for one song another costume. So there's a with my dancers, with team, this is always, it's fixed by our stylist, which costume, which colors, which song. So really we are traveling sometimes more than 1,000 pieces with all the, if I make a 60 minutes show or something, it's really something huge, our luggage. And in Germany, when I appear in the German TV shows, it's mostly there because my record company is there, and I'm invited a lot into Germany. And so the man with the big wardrobe is coming, something like that. Anyway, so then I pay a lot of attention of this. It's important. The image, you have to be yourself, but you have to show yourself in a very good way, because you are an artist and you have to lead actually the audience. So you have to get the attention of this. That's why, yeah, we are working on that a lot. And yeah, another connection with Italy. I'm working a lot with Italian designers, especially with one. I don't make any advertisement for someone, but yes, I wear these guys a lot.
Okay. We make one last question, and then we will see if anyone wants to ask you something, or they will have to take pictures and everything. About the language, okay? Everybody's singing in English, we're speaking English, everybody understands English, of course. But if you had to choose, would you like maybe to perform again for your country, singing in your language?
A beautiful question. No, maybe in Italian, why not?
Wow.
In Italiano, Montenegro, perché no? I sang in English because I wanted international things, you know, because I didn't want just to make Montenegro satisfied. I wanted to as Serhat said, I wanted to feel myself on the stage, and everything I did, it was created by myself, supported by my team. And I chose to sing in English because for me it's comfortable and I wanted to deliver something internationally. But after Eurovision, very specific thing is that 2 or 3 singles I released singing, for example, El Ritmo. I released it in English, Spanish and Montenegrin. And it showed that it's very good in my singles that I sing English and Montenegrin. And also the new one of them, it will be also in English and Montenegrin, like a combination.
Okay, great. I think your language has something musical in it. And you released an Italian version of, I didn't know, we know Mariella Nava wrote the lyrics. I think it was great. To me, it seemed to me the song was born with the Italian lyrics. They fitted in so well. Would you have liked to sing for San Marino in Italian, or maybe in Turkish, rather than in English?
First of all, I mean, San Marino is a beautiful part in my career in the past. There will be no Eurovision again. This is definitely 2 times more than enough. I enjoyed it, but of course, it's a very beautiful memory in my life, in my career. To sing in Italian is a passion, actually. It's really something special. And I love challenges. I sang in many different languages. In Russian, on stage with Tamara Gvetsteli, in the concerts. So yeah, I sing in French. Actually, the French song Je m'adore made the first big international step on 2015. So becoming the #1 in dance charts in many countries. And I sing in Italian. I sing in German. I made the German version of Say Na Na Na, and on Monday evening there's an important concert in Düsseldorf. I'm flying tomorrow directly to Düsseldorf. So I sing in many languages, that's right. But for Eurovision, very honestly, it became too Anglo-Saxon. Each country wants to sing it in English, as if it is a must. It was much better as the rules were there. I like Balkan languages, for example. They sound perfect. I like even Hebrew. I like, all the Spanish, Italian, whatever. If the rules can be changed, I would do it, and I would insist each country has to sing in its own language. That would be more colorful, more ethic, on the other hand, and it gives more importance to the music industry, because unfortunately as I told you before, global music industry is not taking care serious the Eurovision Song Contests, and it is from the beginning on there is a stamp. The songs from Eurovision Song Contest cannot work in any charts nowhere apart from the local charts of the participants. But that's not true. They are very beautiful songs, but they are going really in the garbage after 1 month. Nobody is paying attention. Maybe with a different kind of approaches to the global music market and even a bit support of the languages, mother languages.
Right.
Okay. No, what I want to tell you, the last 2 years, whenever I go in the evening to any restaurant, nice fine dining store, they play the Italian version of I Didn't Know, Non Era Io. It's very interesting. They thought this Italian version is the real version. Actually, it's good to hear that, because I also put it in the album, only Italian version. It's the album we made a promo release for Eurovision, but now from January on we will make the video and something. It was just for Eurovision. We released on digital platforms, and Non Ero Io is there. And now we are making the vinyl, and on the vinyl will be Non Ero Io again. Yeah, it will be coming.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay, so now our guests will meet our friends, our audio friends. So the interview has come to an end. You will perform later, and we will make the most of your music, of your performance, and of your evening with us. Thank you, Slavko. Thank you, Serhat.